I'm here at University Centre Peterborough today to speak to young people via a webcast about careers in creative industries. It hasn't been as terrifying as I thought it would be today. I am not used to being in front of the camera as a producer. I'm always behind, but yeah, it's been a good opportunity. My best bit of advice for people who are interested in a career in broadcasting is to do your research. Make sure that you know what kind of programs that station puts out, so that when you get there you sound really interested and engaging, and you're gonna have to be courageous. You will be out of your comfort zone, you'll be in a room that's unfamiliar with you, and you'll be trying to speak to people that you won't have spoken to before, but you just have to find some guts from somewhere and be courageous. I went to the University of Luton and I did a media production degree, but I actually got work experience and paid work at my local radio station at the same time. So actually I would say that my degree, whilst I found it very interesting, didn't actually get me the work at all. It was the fact that I'd got practical experience that got me the job at the end of my degree. I joined the BBC once I'd started my university degree when I was 18. And I've been in the BBC in various different roles for the last 17 years. The Dean Park Academy asked me whether it can be stressful when you're live and whether things go wrong and what do you do. Yes, it can be very stressful when you're live. In fact, every programme gives me nerves, but I think that's a really positive thing because that means that you are live and there is a bit of a buzz. It goes wrong every single time. Something in a programme will go wrong, you just don't know it as a listener. I would say the best thing to do is to always be prepared. So you're going to have spare material, you're going to have a plan for what you're going to do when something goes wrong so that you're as prepared as you possibly can do. But when it does go wrong and it is completely unexpected, then you just have to keep a calm persona, because as a producer, the presenter are getting all their vibes from me. So if I'm calm, they're calm. And then you just work out what is it that I do have or what has gone wrong, how can I fix it as quickly as possible, and then you feed that to your presenter. The place where I met most famous people, and this is a question that I get asked quite a lot, have you met lots of famous people, is when I went every year to the Chelsea Flower Show, and on press day it's absolutely teeming with famous people. I met Judi Dench, I met Alan Titchmarsh, Grandma's favourites, but I suppose the most famous person I ever met by accident was Her Majesty the Queen. I'd wanted to get a view of her, so my friend and I sneaked round to the side of this garden and we thought she was going to walk past us, and then it turned out too late that we were actually stood in a line-up, and we didn't realise that she came straight towards us expecting to be introduced. I'm in a raincoat, I've been on shift all day, I look a complete mess, and we were just like, oh, hello. So I might have sworn under my breath when I realised she was coming straight towards us. Unfortunately, she just glided straight past me. She was about that far from me. She glided straight past me, and we just stood there going, oh, okay, we shouldn't have been here, we're probably going to get arrested. We didn't. Do I think all the work has been worth it in the end? Yes, because when I started my degree, when I started this career, I was very shy and I didn't have a lot of confidence. But now I have so many different skills. I think that I'm really adaptable, and in local radio, for example, you have to be adaptable because you're doing one thing 1 minute and you're covering a different shift the next. And so I think that that's given me a really varied career, which means that I'm always got something new and interested to do, and it makes me really adaptable so that if I ever moved on, I've got loads of transferable skills. When I joined the BBC 17 years ago, I was one of very few women in the local radio station I joined, and even fewer in the technical department, which is sort of where I started out. But things have changed a lot now, and I would say to any young women that you should definitely consider a career in broadcasting, and it isn't male dominated as it used to be. The BBC, for example, has got a lot of initiatives to encourage more women into our industry. We've got a global Women in News network, We've also got the 50-50 project, where we make sure that we've got 50% of our on-air contributors are female. So it really is not a male-dominated industry as it may appear from the outside.